Hello there people of YouTube, my name is Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and I come with you today for another movie review, where today I'm going to be looking at An American Tail 3, The Treasure of Manhattan Island. Directed by Larry Latham and starring Thomas Dekker, Dom DeLuise, Pat Musick and Ron Perlman. This one once again follows Five Mouse Squirts, but is again joined by Tiger and his best friend Tony Chaponi, as they discover a map of New York that leads to an alleged treasure. If you're as big a fan of movies as I am, then consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, and let me know what your favourite American Tail film is down in the comments below. But without further ado, we're going to get right into this review. So this was a direct-to-video sequel, so to be expected the animation is not great. However, the animation is quite laughable at times, especially when the mice are distant from the camera, so their eyes stop being eyes and become these little black dots. It is something that I found very jarring throughout this film, so for me, even though I wasn't expecting the best animation, it wasn't going to look as gorgeous as Five Goes West, they should have at least put a bit more effort into it. It might have been a budget constraint, but it is a very distracting element of the film. I will say this film does have a more straightforward plot. It does have a couple of side plots, but it genuinely does have a point A to point B aspect, which is something that was greatly missing from Five Goes West and went back to what American Tail 1 did well, which was tell a story from point A to point B while addressing several small issues along the way. There is a social commentary of greedy corporate fat cats abusing their workers. There is an element of police brutality in it. There's a bunch of racism in this as well, and hate crime, and using fear to spread hatred amongst the people. It is a very relevant subject that still remains relevant to this day. It starts off really well pace-wise. Once we get about halfway through to the last half hour, it starts to get very rapid in terms of its social commentary and themes it's trying to address, and it comes one after the other slapping you around the face with it. Even though this was a direct-to-video film, I would have liked another 20 minutes just exploring these films, stretching out the finale a bit more, because it was just like, boom, scene, cut, boom, scene, cut, boom, scene, cut. It's very choppy for the latter half. The first bit is very well established and very well slow building, and does a great job at introducing some of the characters, and it just sort of falls flat towards that last half hour, which is a shame because I remember seeing this film as easily the second best American Tail film, and I still think that now, because it does have better elements than the second one in terms of plot, which is something that I prioritise, and does have a lot of great themes within it. Also, the songs, there are only 3 songs in this, and not a single one of them feels good. The Anywhere in Your Dreams song is easily the best song, but it doesn't come close to Dreams to Dream or Somewhere Out There. If you say Somewhere Out There, Dreams to Dream, Anywhere in Your Dreams is sort of like down here. Friends of a Working Mouse is one of the most tone-deaf songs I've ever heard within a film in general, let alone an American Tail film. I don't know, these villains could have been fantastic, but the villain song was just very much a lackluster product. I'd have liked to have seen more development with the Indian characters. I would love to have seen more conflict at the factory. It would have just been nice to see some of these elements stretched out, but for the most part they are quite rushed. It's great to see Tony back. Tony was missing in Five Goes West. Well, he's not missing. You do see him a couple of times in Five Goes West, but he doesn't speak. He's just a throwaway background character. This one is very much a front and centre part of Five-O's life, and them two still get on really well with each other. I like that Tanya gets to take on a more hands-on approach within this film. But overall, An American Tail, The Treasure of Manhattan Island, it wasn't as good as I remember. I remember absolutely adoring this film when I was a kid. I think I watched it more than I did the original one, because the original one is that damn heavy, whereas this one felt like the right blend of heavy and fun. And for me personally, it just doesn't hold up as well. The animation is by far a big distraction of this film. The pace in the last half hour gets very choppy, and like I said, the songs just aren't memorable. There are 3 songs total. You have your intro song, which is just generic intro song. You have your heartfelt American Tail song that doesn't come close to its predecessors, and the villain song is just, it's god awful, so tone deaf, so god awful, such a waste. You could have cut that song out. It won't change the film in the slightest. Overall, everyone, I'm going to have to say that American Tail, The Treasure of Manhattan Island, is an okay cup of tea. One side note is I do like that they still get a lot of the original cast members returning. Papa and Mama Mouse, Gritsoft, forever voiced by the same characters, as is Tiger and Tony Chapone. But of course, Five-O and Tanya had to be replaced yet again, but they do continue into the fourth film, which I will be getting into next week at some point once I get a good access to a good copy of the film. In the meantime, if you like what I do on this channel, then please consider hitting the subscribe button and drop a like on the video. It would really help me a lot within the algorithm. And again, let me know your favourite American Tail film down in the comments below. Coming up on the channel, I'm going to be reviewing Bloodshot, because I'm trying to catch up on some of the films I've not seen from this year yet. And I am going to be working on a couple of podcasts this week as well, scheduling allow. But until then, guys, my name is Josh, I have been your Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you are here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.